Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Christina and I like to colour. Today I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on this pumpkin here that I'm going to do in Kerby Rosane's Dark Fairy Tales. I thought I would just make the pumpkin a tutorial, and I'll also do the whole thing as a colour along. So let's get started. I'm going to do a base of orange. And you just want to use light pressure. And Kerby has ever so graciously given us the shadows, which makes it even easier. There's a crow here, or maybe it's a raven, a crow, I don't know. I call them crows. It's very well hidden. I almost didn't see it. So now I'm going to use sienna brown for the inside and some of the shadows, but I'm just going to do the inside right now. There are these little bumpy things here that I'm going to do the shadow on the bottom and leave a little bit brighter on the top, just so that they can be seen. So next I'm going to use pumpkin orange. Pumpkin orange is a little bit darker than the orange and not as dark as the sienna brown. Almost said burnt sienna because that's what it is in paint. And I'm just going to go over the bits And in here and all the bits on here that have shadows, so like this bit here, I'm just building up the layers. So I probably will go over some of these pumpkin orange with the burnt sienna, and then I'll probably go over it again with the orange to blend it all in. So even though this is a specific pumpkin, this is the way you would colour a normal pumpkin. You would find the shadows and do them in pumpkin orange and burnt sienna brown. So now I'm going to get the sienna brown again and go over some of these, just not all of the pumpkin orange, just the part of the pumpkin orange that should be the darkest. I'm just trying to darken up the darks and create some contrast. See how you can see that this side is getting darker? And next I'm going to use black, but I'm going to use it very sparingly, just on the darkest of the darks. See the difference when you darken up the darks? So next I'm going to use orange again to go over the lighter parts. You can go over the black as well. And then I'm just going to go through again with the black, just do a little bit. And finally I'm just going to go over the black with the pumpkin orange. then I'm just going to use this to do a couple little highlights. And now, because I'm doing a spooky scene and I'm going to be having it foggy, I'm going to do glowing orange. So I've got orange, and that's what I'm going to do next. So because there's a glow, there's going to be a glow onto this stem thingy. And now I'm going to use sienna brown for the stem. And you want to do this underside darker. And I'm just going over these lines so that they're not black. And I don't colour this bit in, I do lines, so they're different lengths. So I'm not colouring, circling, lining, I'm just doing lines. I am colouring this bit in, but very lightly because I want a little bit of texture on here. And now I want to darken this a little bit more, but I don't want to use black just yet, so I'm going to use dark umber. And now I want to darken it a fair bit more, so I'm going to use black. Just on this bottom bit here. And I'm just going to do another layer of the burnt sienna onto the stem, just to add a little bit more extra colour there. And sometimes when you add the lighter colour, you make the darks lighter as well, so you may have to go over that again, but just go by what you see and what you like. I like to have the darks dark and the lights light, because you'll find things do look a lot better when you get the darks dark. So see how I've darkened that? Now I need to add the orange again. So this is orange. You don't need to add the orange if you're not doing a glow, whereas I'm doing a glowing type. Sorry, that was bugging me. It wasn't right. And then I'm going to get my darks back again by using black. I'm going to add a little bit more orange. I'm using quite firm pressure here. And yes, that was bugging me too. And the sienna brown. And then the dark umber. I usually do go over the black with the original colour that I did to do the shadows, because it's better not to leave it black unless you want it black, whereas I want the shadows, so I just need the black to darken it. And that is the pumpkin. Or if you see something you don't like I just did, go around and fix it. I need pumpkin orange. That was too black there. Just a little bit too black, so I'm just putting a bit more orange there. So yeah, when you think you're done, you just go through and you look at it and you fix up what you don't like or what you think needs fixing up. Like these ones up here, I don't like them, they're bugging me. So I'm going to get my black. So this is it all done. Now some people may say waste of time doing all those layers, but I really like the look that I get, the 3D look, the depth, the texture with the darkness, and if I didn't do the layers I don't think I would get that look, and I really like that look. And well, I'm a perfectionist, I like it being how I want it to be, and so I wanted the darks dark and the lights light, but not too light because my moonlight is coming down this way, and so it needs to be a little bit lighter and darker down here. So that is what I have in my mind, and that is why I have the glow. You don't have to do the glow. You'll see how I incorporate the glow in the end. But yeah, this is the pumpkin. You don't have to do all the layers, but I don't think it would look the same if you just did black and then did orange over the top. So that's why I like to start with the light and then start to slowly get dark and then get back to the light again. I think it just adds to the look, and so I'm relatively happy with that. I'll probably go over it a little bit more, going over the dots and all that, a little bit more with the black and the orange, but that's about it. And so that is how I do the pumpkin. So I'll see you next time when I have the colour along with me done for this one. Bye.